What's up everybody, welcome back to Casual Lad. The July update of ASTD is here. Some of the popular anime's characters are here too. But I will say this in the intro, I won't be getting any of them and I will tell you why. But before we move on, I would really appreciate it if you can hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell and like this video to support the channel. You may also want to join my Discord server to meet like-minded people and find out what other games I am actively playing. It is still small but I hope you can join us. Discord server link in the description below. The first tower is Crow. Crow is the very popular Uchiha Itachi from Naruto. Mysterious and dominated a huge portion of the anime, Itachi is one of my favorite characters in Naruto. He is after all the big brother of one of the main protagonists, and he introduced new overpowered moves over and over again. Itachi introduced the Mangenkyo Sharingan, Susanoo, and Izanami, and all of them amazed the audience. However, he is not a must get here. If you have watched my previous video on ASTD, you will have noticed that I heavily recommend Konan. Konan is about $150 cheaper than Itachi but has about 500 damage lower than Itachi. The differences in price and attack is too minute, and their SPA is the same. Their AoE type is different but each has its own merits and demerits. Furthermore, Konan's actual circle range is quite remarkable. The diameter is probably as big or bigger than Itachi range. The only big difference is the range. Konan has a whopping 100 range while Itachi only has 29, so Konan has more than 3 times the range of Itachi. Mountain Cannon or Mountain de Garp from One Piece is also very similar to Itachi and Konan. If you have Konan, you can skip Mountain de Garp too. Similar costs, attack power and SPA. Mountain de Garp has a greater range than Itachi but a much smaller range than Konan. Mountain de Garp is also a circle AoE type. Card collector Yugo is Yugi Muto from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi is the main protagonist of the first few animes of the franchise. Well, if Yugi is here, then Kaiba may be here in the future too. Yugi is also like Itachi, Monkey de Garp and Konan, except that he is an air tower. I won't be getting Yugi too. There are better air towers and Konan's stats beat him easily while costing less. Fireman is Enji Todoroki from Hero Academia. He is a burn tower, so he will be very good for trials and raids, where starting mobs are already tough. However, the stats are really subpar because he can already burn to deal additional damage. Range is pretty bad at 34, SPA is 10. This is a very bad combination for a cone AoE type. It costs $12,000, which is quite high, but the actual damage is low without the burn. I would say that it's really up to you if you need him for trials and raids, but I won't get him because the range and SPA is really bad. Hirito Omega is Kirito God Mode from Sword Art Online. He is the main protagonist of the anime and one of the key towers in the update. He is also a 6-star tower. Kirito God Mode costs more than $120,000 to fully upgrade. That's a lot more than God Goku. To be fair, he has a greater attack power than God Goku, but the range is only 20 and the SPA is 11. He is not a hybrid tower too. Although the actual circle is very huge, I really don't think it is worth it for the cost and the ease of getting a Kirito God Mode. It feels like the final Getsuga Tensho Ichigo in the previous update. Good in some aspect, bad in some areas, very expensive and not easy to get. If you are going for tower in that price range for infinite mode, why not just go for God Goku? Starboy Requiem is Giorno Giovanna. He is from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Giorno Giovanna is a 6-star tower. Attack power is fine, but both range and SPA are just barely acceptable. The actual circle is also quite small. However, the cost is considered low. It only costs a little over $9,000 to fully upgrade him. You can consider him if you don't have good towers, but if you already have a meta team from the previous update, you can do without him. You should also take into account that he is a 6-star tower, so he is not going to be easy to obtain. The Patriot is funny Valentine. Honestly, I don't really know if the tower is a he or she. I think it's a he. It is very common for males to have long hair in animes and games. I haven't watched Jojo's Bizarre Adventures, but he is from Jojo's Bizarre Adventures. He is a single target tower, so be very careful on that. You won't be able to multiply your damage as multiple mobs come within your range. He is supposed to be similar to Gilgamesh, but much higher SPA. Although he has the second highest DPS right now, he can only deal damage to one target. So there are actually many other towers that can dish out higher true DPS. For example, Konan's attack power is about 19,000 each every 7 seconds to multiple targets. Valentine deals about 75,000 damage in 6.75 seconds. Konan just needs 4 mobs within her range to deal a higher DPS than Valentine. That is very achievable as the actual damaging circle is quite huge. The range is only 38, which is quite low. Cost of Valentine is also higher than Konan. Stats and cost aside, Valentine has a good skill. It is called Armor Bust. Armor Bust prevents mobs from moving past a point for 25 seconds. That is a very good skill. However, the skill cooldown is server-wide. This means that you can't spam the skill by selling and placing or upgrading Valentine. The cooldown is also shared among players. Basically, you can't use the skill until the cooldown is achieved across all players. Like all single target towers, Valentine can be a boss killer by setting your attack priority to strongest. You can also specifically target a mob by setting attack priority to weakest. Setting attack priority to first or last will simply spread out your DPS as mobs pass through your tower most of the time, especially when range is low. So that's it for today's video. If you have Konan, you don't have to get many of the towers in this update. If you have a meta team from the previous update, you can skip all the towers unless you really want that tower. Otherwise, I would just save up my gems for the next update. Pretty sure Konan will be obsolete soon, so you may want to save up your gems for a new tower. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember to turn on that notification bell too. Bye!